Welcome to Chump or Champ. What's the Chump or Champ? Well, that's simple.
Would you go to any movie solely based on something in this place, regardless of the quality? Well, you, sir, are a chump.
On the other hand, if you bring your mom to a movie based on something here because of the quality, well, not only are you a good offspring, but you're a champ.
Here, we will watch and review movies based on today's pulp culture to help you determine whether it's a chump or a champ. Come on, Mom's buying the popcorn.
Welcome to Chump or Champ. I'm Mattson, guardian of Sector 2814.
And I'm JB, that's Nerd for Virgin. And this is...
Hunger Games is a movie where, in the not-too-distant future, North America has collapsed, weakened by drought, fire, famine, and war, to be replaced by Pan Am, a country divided into the capital and 12 districts. Each year, 2 young representatives from each district are selected by lottery to participate in the Hunger Games. Part entertainment, part brutal intimidation of the districts, televised games are broadcast throughout Pan Am. The 24 participants are forced to eliminate their competitors, literally, with all citizens required to watch. When 16-year-old Katniss's younger sister, Prim, is selected as the mining district's female representative, Katniss volunteers to take her place. She and her male counterpart, Peeta, will be pitted against bigger, stronger representatives who have been trained their whole lives. So overall, I would give this movie a champ. I really enjoyed it. I actually thought the character development was very good. I mean, there was lulls in the movie, but overall, I enjoyed it. I liked the actual Hunger Games themselves once they got into the kind of arena survival area. I liked the beginning where they were picking the tributes. The part in the middle where they're like training stuff, it was a little slow at times. Overall, I enjoyed the movie. I would recommend it.
I'd give it a hesitant champ. I thought it was slow in the beginning. And once they actually got into the game part, it took off. I would like to have seen more violence out of it, to be honest with you. But again, you know, this is a PG-13 movie, so I mean, you're only limited to how far you can go with the violence or what you can show. But I really liked the first slaughter fest that they had. I'm like, yeah, this is turning out, and then it slowed down again, and it's her running in the woods. They could have cut out a lot of her doing a lot of nothing, and they could have picked up this pace a little bit in this movie.
I would agree with that. I think, one, going into this movie, I thought it would have a Twilight feel, like it's definitely made for younger kids. If it went for an R rating, I think it would have been a lot better, or it could have been a lot better. I guess the one thing about the movie I didn't like, the love story that they're trying to build during the movie. And I think I know that, you know, they're obviously building that up because there's going to be a sequel. You know, obviously there's 3 books, but I just didn't buy that part of it. It just seemed forced.
Well, they show her at the beginning of the movie. She's very arrogant. She's a no crap taking kind of girl. And then they have Woody Harrelson shows up, and Woody Harrelson is a winner of one of these games. He's supposed to mentor these 2, and he realizes that the girl's got this big chip on her shoulder. So he coaches her on how to get the crowd behind her because they need sponsors. And with sponsors, you get perks while you're fighting. And maybe that's the whole point. I mean, maybe she went from this, because you still saw some of the hesitation throughout the whole thing of what she was doing, but then there's a scene where you don't know if it's a hesitation anymore, if she's actually falling for this guy.
Right. So, yeah, like I said, the love story I didn't like. The overall, the Hunger Games themselves, a little bit confusing with it isn't just natural. I mean, it is definitely a manipulated show, and that's where I think it has kind of a Running Man feel to it.
The highest rated TV show in history.
Guess they want us to stay.
It's a game between life and death.
It's really a televised show, and it's really, you know, even though I don't think there's ratings on it, everyone's watching, I mean, but it definitely has a a feeling that, you know there's people behind the scenes, and I guess I didn't really like that,
Well, I thought I liked that. I mean, if we're talking about the same thing where they're president of everything, he essentially tells the director, who has an awesome beard, by the way, an awesome beard.
It is good.
But he essentially tells him that this can't happen because we can't have the peasants' uprising.
Right.
And I'm like, well, geez, I mean, did someone just take a chapter out today?
Hope. It is the only thing stronger than fear. A little hope is effective. A lot of hope is dangerous. A spark is fine, as long as it's contained.
So overall, I give it a champ.
And I give it a hesitant champ.
Dude, dystopian future rules, dude gives it a champ.
So our Chump Champ Netflix pick of the week is The Burning, starring the wonderful Jason Alexander. Yeah, it's his first movie, it's his first role, it's a slasher film from the 80s. It's brilliant. I recommend it.
Well, that's it for this week's Chumper Champ. Join us next week where we'll be reviewing Wrath of the Titans.
Percy,
I need your help. We believed Titans to be imprisoned forever. Now, they're breaking free.
it will mean chaos. The end of the world.
There's a way we can end this.
What are you waiting for?
And I forgot who I was. And I'm JB, that's code for hung like a stud gerbil. And I'm JB, that's Eskimo for one nut Charlie.
Okay.
You want to cut it, Joe?
Okay.